All right, Rod, Doug Flutie filled this ballpark a time or two as a member of the Calgary Stampeders and might well do add to the attendance here tonight. When you look back at this ballpark, what's the most memorable memory in red and white?
I think number one has to be the Western Final in '92, scoring the winning touchdown with seconds left, having an 80-yard drive to take us to the Grey Cup.
Not that you remember it well at all.
You want every play of the drive? I could probably run down every play of the drive for you.
That was a wonderful football team with two outstanding receivers and a terrific offense. And now you look at this team, the Double Blue guys. Is it a better football team offensively?
It's a different football team. We're basically playing with 3 running backs. We use the shovel pass with Mike Saunders, pinball, and Drummond, and we run routes. It's a different, completely different offense for me. But it is, equally as strong a team.
When you look at this season, great start for the Toronto Argonauts and Doug Flutie. Is there better still ahead for this team?
I hope so. We struggled a couple of games offensively and fought to win them. I mean, and it's that way every year in the beginning of the year. The trick is to win those close ball games. The last 2 weeks, we've played exceptionally well. We really have played well the last 2 weeks. And I hope we can continue that and just improve on it as the year goes along.
A couple of weeks ago, we were doing an Argo telecast, and we watched you and Mazzotti on the sidelines, and the suggestion was made up in the broadcast booth that you two guys were not getting along, and apparently that's not the truth, and we were dead wrong.
Nothing further from the truth. Paul and I, in fact, that particular play, there was a defensive lineman that got between us, and I couldn't see Paul, so I just guessed. I threw it high, it went out of bounds. And it was so frustrating because I knew he was wide open, and he knew that I was coming to him, but we couldn't see each other. And so that's what we were talking about, vision and not being able to see. And I was complaining to Don about the darn defensive linemen just putting their hands up, not even rushing and batting balls. And Paul is the type of guy that I go to find out what the defense is doing. He's my eyes out there as a receiver and all that. And I have great respect for Paul as far as that's concerned. And he and I have never fought a day in our life.
Well, glad to set the record straight on that. So having said all of that, in a quick word, Mazzotti hasn't caught many balls in the last 2 weeks, so I take it he's the #1 target tonight.
Yeah, I got the wrath. I have to deal with the wrath of Vivi, Paul's wife. No, it's happened that way. He's still getting open and doing his thing. I've gone the other way with the ball, or we're moving the pocket a little more, running the ball a little more, and doing some different things, and the ball hasn't gone his way. And it goes in cycles, and he knows it. He went through a streak like this last year where there were a handful of games where he wasn't getting a lot of catches, and then he had 10 catches in 1/2 against Hamilton. So it just, defenses dictate where I go with the ball.
All right. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Have a good one tonight.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, Rod, back to you.
Calgary, Alberta, home of the Calgary Stampeders. Also home to quarterback Doug Flutie for 4 seasons. Some of the memories are fond ones, like in 1992, his first year with the Stamps. Flutie did exactly what was expected of him and has a ring to show for it. Some memories, though, are not so great. The '93 Western Final was so cold, Flutie couldn't stay in the game. The Stamps lost that one. And in the '94 West Final, Flutie scored the game-winning touchdown. Darren, that is. Brother Doug was 1 TD short. Even upon his return to McMahon last season, the Argos couldn't pull out a win. Doug Flutie will create new memories of Calgary. Will they be good? Tonight's final score will tell. McMahon Stadium in Calgary, it's the Toronto Argonauts, the Calgary Stampeders on CFL Live.